Hello and welcome to Pirate News. I'm Meagan Gonzalez.
And I'm Jason Maryeski. On today's broadcast, we will be covering the most important news from around campus and across the country.
We will also bring you the Seton Hall sports update and your 5-day weather forecast.
The March 6th deadline for housing applications and deposits is quickly approaching. The application can be found on the eRes Low profile on PirateNet. If you require a medical housing accommodation, you must complete a housing request through DSS by March 6th. Students must also submit a $325 deposit by the same deadline. Contact SHU Housing at shu.edu for any questions.
Are you interested in learning how to make your own podcast? Join Faculty Tech Bites as they host a podcast seminar on how to create these episodic audio adventures that you can use in your classes and your personal life. Aside from learning how to create a podcast, students will learn the best practices for using their podcast. The seminar will be held today from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. in space 154 of the Walsh Library. To register for this event, go to shu.edu or contact Alex Palaia at alex.palaia@shu.edu for more information.
On Friday, February 28th, Dr. Erica Niwa will present her research called Building Bridges, using community-engaged research to support positive youth development. The research centers around how cultural differences shape development. Dr. Niwa is an assistant professor in the psychology department at Brooklyn College. The presentation will be from 11 to 12 in Jubilee 383. For more information, contact Family Gia at family.gia@shu.edu.
On March 10th from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Jubilee Auditorium, Seton Hall welcomes author Matt Horace. Horace is a 2013 Seton Hall graduate who is currently on a tour for his new book, The Black and Blue, which takes a look at crime, racism, and injustice in law enforcement in America. For more information on this event, contact Omira Arocho at omira.arocho@shu.edu.
And now head over to Ronny Castaneda with your Seton Hall sports update. Ronnie?
Thanks, Jason. Hey, Pirate fans, Ronny Castaneda here with your Seton Hall Sports Update. Seton Hall softball will continue their early preseason play with matchups against both the University of South Alabama and Florida Atlantic University on Friday. The spring games are taking place at Madeira Beach, Florida at 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. respectively. Also in action tomorrow will be the baseball team as they travel west to take on Southern California University. First pitch is set for 9 p.m. And finally, getting into some Seton Hall basketball, the men's team will take a well-deserved break after picking up 2 wins against St. John's and a then 21-ranked Butler team. The Pirates will get right back into action this Saturday as they head to Milwaukee for a date with the Marquette Golden Eagles. And the women's team will be finishing off Big East regular season play this weekend with a homestand against Xavier on the 28th and Butler on March 1st. The team will then have a 5-day rest before heading to Chicago to compete in the Big East tournament. That's going to do it for your Seton Hall Sports. Once again, I'm Ronny Castaneda. Now back to Meagan and Jason reporting the news from the tri-state area.
Thanks, Ronnie. NYU is currently in the middle of a lawsuit for allegedly violating Title VI of the Civil Rights Act by harboring anti-Semitism on campus. This act forbids discrimination on the basis of race, color, or national origin. Former NYU student Adela Kajab filed the report last year after the school awarded Students for Justice in Palestine the President's Service Award. Kajab said Jewish students were upset that the university was rewarding a hate group that alienated Jewish and pro-Israel students. University spokesperson John Beckman stated that NYU disagrees with Kajab's lawsuit and that NYU has always been supportive of Jewish students. The lawsuit is still ongoing and there has been no comment from the SJP.
A man in Somerset County paid for gas with a $100 bill marked for motion picture use only. South Brunswick police tweeted both sides of the bill, and it was marked on both sides. The police tracked down the 20-year-old man, who said he was surprised the clerk took the money. The incident occurred on Christmas Day, but the man turned himself in last week.
And now we'll head over to Sean Keegan with your 5-day weather forecast. Sean?
Thanks, Megan, and hello, Pirates. I'm Sean Keegan here with your 5-day weather forecast for the South Orange area. Today, we'll see cloudy skies with some wind and a high of 45 degrees and a low of 25. Tomorrow is more the same, but a little bit colder. We'll have a high of 38 degrees and a low of 25. On Saturday, we'll start seeing more sun, but mostly cloudy, meaning the same cold temperatures with a high of 37 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. Sunday, the sun is back in full, and that will make things a little warmer. We'll have a high of 41 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. And finally, on Monday, we'll see the warmest temperatures with some clouds and a high of 44 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. That's all for your 5-day weather forecast. Once again, I'm Sean Keegan. Now back to Megan and Jason with more of the news from around the country.
Thanks, Sean. This past Tuesday, a jet slid off the runway at the Monmouth County Airport. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, the Learjet 55 continued off the runway and down an embankment into the grass after touching down at around 11:30 p.m. Thankfully, the 2 pilots and 3 passengers were not injured and safely exited the plane.
University of Vermont students are opening an on-campus food pantry for all undergrad, graduate, and medical students. Jillian Scannell, the student government president, said it was her mission after learning about the high number of students who are food insecure. The goal is to eventually have refrigerators for fresh produce when the pantries open on Monday and Friday of the 3rd week of every month. Rally Cat Cupboard is being financed by a $1,000 grant provided by Sodexo, the university's food supplier.
And this concludes our broadcast of Pirate News. Once again, I'm Meagan Gonzalez.
And I'm Jason Maryeski. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day.